Hey guys, it's Melissa here from Reiki with Melissa. Today I'm going to talk to you about energy. I did a meditation before doing this podcast to ask what the universe wanted me to talk to you about. And what I got was that we need to all be raising our energy vibrations. And I know that we've talked about this before, but it's so super important that you are raising your energy vibration. The whole world right now is going through a huge shift in energy. And when we raise our own energy vibrations, we are effectively raising the vibration of the entire collective. And it's so necessary right now. If you notice all of the chaos going on in the world, it's because there's this energetic shift. And we're trying to shift into a new dimension here. So in raising our own vibrations, we're helping to raise those of others, because let's face it, we all know a lot of people around us who are negative and they're just stuck in this low vibrational energy space, and they are not going to be raising their energy on their own. They're just not. They're not at that level. But I've talked about this before. When you shift yourself and you raise your own energy, it's amazing how the people around you shift too. And you wouldn't think that that would happen, but it really does. When I went through my own transformation and I started practicing meditation on a regular basis, I started doing the I am affirmations, I started working on my own self and improving my self-confidence, my self-worth, my self-love. When I did that for myself, I noticed that my other family members around me started asking me, like, well, what can I do to help improve this? Or can you do Reiki for me? Or can you help me with this? Or can I come and talk to you? And before, they would have just gone through their lives and not done anything different. But they've started to ask questions, and, even family members have asked, like, well, what about these crystals? Where do you get those? Or how do you work this? And sometimes whenever I get crystals in bulk now, I just go and give my family members some crystals too. And I tell them what they can do for them. And it's funny because they're totally into it. And I never really would have thought that that would have been the case, but they really are. So just in shifting yourself, you're going to shift those around you. And we've talked about this before. Sometimes the shift means that people are going to leave your life, and that's okay. I know that's a scary thought, and we don't always want that, but the ones who leave, usually people who leave your life aren't family members that you've been around forever and ever. It's not usually that. It's just people that you have in your life that aren't really adding anything to your life. They're low vibrational energies, and they just kind of keep pulling you down into their own drama. Sometimes they're just energy vampires, and they just keep sucking your energy. And you're like, you know what? Cut that out. I need my energy. And every time I'm around you, I feel like crap afterwards because you're taking everything I have. It's like they need attention. They want you to solve all their problems, or they need to borrow money. It's people like that, those energy vampires, and they can be family. They can. And you don't have to totally stop seeing your family. I'm not saying that. But if they're not family members and they're just acquaintances that you have, those people tend to fall away when you shift your energy. But if they are family members, then usually what happens is you have to start setting healthy boundaries with them. And a lot of the time, the reason that energy vampires will attach to you anyway is because you don't have healthy boundaries. And healthy boundaries are things that we form when we're younger. So if you were raised in a family where healthy boundaries wasn't a thing, then you probably don't have healthy boundaries for yourself as an adult. And that's a whole totally different, entirely different podcast, and I have one out there on healthy boundaries. But it's really, really necessary that you protect yourself and your own energy. In fact, if you know you're going to be going around people like that, and you have to, and you can't avoid it, 'cause sometimes you can't, protect yourself first. Do the little meditation we did in the previous podcast where you envision and you call in pure white healing energy, pure white light from the divine to come down over you, almost like a bubble. And you imagine yourself in this bubble of this healing light and saying, no energy is going to penetrate through this light that's around me, and I'm going to keep my high vibrational energy inside this bubble. And so then those energy vampire people can't suck your energy. They do that. It's draining. When you're around people like that, you just feel exhausted because they've just taken everything from you. They're just takers, and they don't give anything back. And I don't know why we always feel like we have to be around people like that. I mean, sometimes they're put in our lives and they can be spouses or they can be family members. And then you feel like, oh, I have to be there for them. It's my obligation. No, it's not. It's not. Even if they're your family member, that's not your job. It's not your obligation. Don't do that to yourself. Set your healthy boundaries. Say no. Learn to say no. And don't let them suck your energy from you, because it's not your job to fix people. It's not. Now, if you shift your own vibration and then they want to shift their own and you want to help them with that, that's great. But don't let them take advantage of you. This turned into a totally different podcast than I thought, but I think that was important. Somebody must have needed to hear that. So don't let people cross your boundaries. Say no, set your boundaries, stick to it. And don't let them come in and suck that energy from you, because it's so super easy to allow yourself to be taken advantage of, especially if you're a kind, empathic soul. We want to help people. We're people pleasers. And other people who are energy vampires, they can sense us from a mile away and they try to just attach to us. And we've got to be really good about energetically imagining that there's Archangel Michael's sword right next to you, cutting their energy from you, because you do not want that energy attaching to you. It's toxic and it's not going to do anything good for you. So make sure, another way to ensure that people are not doing that to you is making sure that your energy is at its highest level. So things that cause the energy to shift are when we have negative thoughts about ourselves, when people say negative things to us, we have negative experiences, when we're sick. All of those things cause our energy to just drain, go down, and we're in this low vibrational energy frequency, and it can be hard to get out of that. When you're in that frequency, you'll know it, because it feels like life becomes an uphill battle and you're not in the flow and everything becomes difficult, or you are always feeling down, you're tired, and you feel depressed. That's when you're in that low state. And a lot of people are experiencing fatigue because of the energy shifts that we are experiencing. So fatigue isn't always necessarily a sign that your energy is drained necessarily, because that can happen too when we're shifting. Sometimes we do feel fatigue from that because we're releasing a bunch of toxins and things that don't serve us anymore. And that's a lot. It's a big process and it causes us to be a little tired. And that's okay. Just make sure you're getting rest and, doing a lot of self-care during this time. So what can you do to raise your energy vibration? Lots of things. Number one, you can meditate. And even just sitting in stillness is what I like to do. With nothing. You can play music if you want, but sometimes just sitting in stillness and focusing on your breathing helps raise that energy vibration, because you're letting go. When I sit there, and I always say this to my Reiki clients as well, when I take them through guided meditations, the first thing I say is imagine that energy you're breathing in is loving, healing energy, and the energy you're breathing out is all of the problems, the worries, and the stress. You're letting it go. And you're taking in healing energy in your breath, and you're letting out all of the stress and the tension and the problems when you're breathing out. So practicing the breathing in, healing energy, breathing out any problems, worries, and stress. And then just becoming very relaxed, and then sitting in stillness. Sometimes things come to you too. You get guidance when you sit in stillness. Guided meditations at night are great because they help you get sleep and they help you relax. A lot of people like yoga. I'm going to say this again. I don't want people to say, why you're picking on yoga. I'm not. I would love to be the type of person that loved yoga. I'm not. I've tried it so many times. And I like working out. Not a super huge yoga fan. And I am jealous of all the people who love it. And I still do it. And I still make myself do it. It's just, I don't enjoy it like other people do. And I wish I did, because it looks fantastic. All these people who can stand on one leg and do all these incredible things. And I'm just like, I'm just not there yet. So I'm still working on that. But yoga's great. Even just working out to get those endorphins going in your body. Taking a walk in nature because it grounds you in nature. And then when the weather is permitted, even going outside with your shoes off and just putting your feet in the grass. And I know for a lot of us, I consider myself unlucky for living in the Midwest because the weather is very much like bipolar. It was 60 degrees on Monday, and then we had several inches of snow yesterday. So to me, it's not always possible to go outside and put my feet in the grass, but if you can, do that for sure. But for me, the ocean is very therapeutic. I love going to the beach and sitting in a relaxing beach chair and just listening to the waves. To me, that is so super therapeutic. And one day I'm going to live closer so that I can do that more often. If you have the opportunity to do that, if you live close to the beach, do that. But get outside even just in some sunshine, feeling that sun on your face. It makes you feel so much better, and we need the vitamins in that from the sun too. So connecting to Mother Earth, and you can even envision in your meditation that the light that comes down through you connects to Mother Earth. Ground yourself that way if you can't get outside. Listening to music is another way. It's really easy to raise your vibration. I love listening to music anyway. My daughter was laughing at me the other day because she said, "You always are singing when you go throughout the house." And she said, "Now I find that I do it too." So like, I'm just like you. We both go through the house singing. And I noticed the other day, I caught myself doing it. I'm like, oh, you're right. I do it when I don't even realize I'm doing it. Like I'm just making my coffee or cleaning or walking through the house and notice that I'm just singing a song. Like one song will get stuck in my head and I just keep singing it over and over. And then my daughter's like, "No, I do the same thing now." And I know my mom does it too. And I got it from her, but it makes me feel better to sing, and I love it. Music is healing as well. Picking a song that speaks to you. I love this song. It's called The Warrior, and not the one by Scandal, but I have to look up really quickly who sings it. I think it's Rebecca something. Let me look really quickly. I have it on my phone. But I love the song. The lyrics are awesome. It's got a good message. Oh, I was totally wrong. It's not Rebecca. It's Hannah Kerr, and it's called Warrior. I love this song. My mentor introduced me to this song, and it is a powerful song. It makes me feel powerful when I sing it, and I imagine myself being the warrior. And I know I am the warrior. I'm a warrior of light, and I'm helping people, and that is my passion. That's a song that really makes me feel awesome. I love listening to that. And there's another one. It's called Namo, and it's more of like a chanting song, but I love it too. I'll put the names of those songs in the description for this podcast, but I love listening to those songs. They're very uplifting, and they even have tones that you can listen to on YouTube. And I'll put a link to that too in the description. You can listen to that music, and it's very uplifting and makes you feel better and raises your vibration. Pampering yourself does too. Take time out to go do something you love. Laughing, oh my goodness, laughing is the best. Laughter is the best medicine is true. It is totally true. So go plan a girls' day with your friends, or for me, I like to plan a day with my sister, and we have fun laughing and making fun of ourselves from when we were in high school. So it's a lot of fun. Go do that. Get a massage. You can also take hot baths with Epsom salt and essential oils in it. I love lavender oil, peppermint oil. There's so many great oils out there. I'm a huge essential oil fan, and I know some people might say, well, I can't use them, I'm allergic to them, but they work for me so well. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that they've helped me when I was sick or when I was feeling bad and maybe feeling down. The lavender lifts your mood, so highly recommend that. The point is, there's a lot of things you can do to raise your energy, and you need to be consciously doing that, okay? And I decided to pull 2 cards for you today to end the reading. And the one definitely went along with what we were talking about. The first one is from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. And remember that Kuan Yin is, she was an Indian princess who upon being ready to enter paradise, heard the cries of humans and decided to leave and go and help them. And so she helps us in our daily lives. She helps those who are in despair. And her card today, and this is by Alana Fairchild also, it says, "Enter the Jade Temple. Kuan Yin, in her temple of peaceful jade, causes all conflict to elevate to higher peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. You are being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now, so you can more readily melt into the divine solution and blessing of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin." So yeah, I mean, it kind of goes along with what we're saying, because in order to be in a higher energy vibration, you have to let go of those resentments and things that you have for people who did you wrong. You know, the thing is, we're all human beings. We all make mistakes, and we have to learn to love and forgive and forget mistakes that people make, because you're not perfect. I don't know anyone who's perfect. We hurt people sometimes, and most of the time it's not intentional, but even when it is intentional, holding on to it only hurts you. It does not hurt the other person. So let go of those issues that need to be forgiven and feel the peace that comes to you from doing that. And the second card I pulled was from The Universe Has Your Back. Love this deck, by Gabrielle Bernstein. And it says, "The universe works fast when I'm having fun." And so remember, we talked about raising your energy vibration. Having fun, laughing, that's all a way to do that. And you know what? When you are laughing and having fun and just going about your day, you notice that more miraculous things start happening to you, because you're in that higher energy vibration. And when we're in the high energy vibration, we are manifesting, we're calling in things that we really want to happen to us. And when we're positive, it's the positive things that are coming in. So please keep that in mind. Check out my website if you're interested in Reiki, card reading, or one-on-one coaching with me. All the details are on the website and how to book. And I'm so excited. I've had more and more people wanting to book the 90-minute sessions, which is great, because 60 minutes really isn't even enough. I am starting to do more Facebook Live, so I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I'm going to try to do one this evening. So I'm recording this on Sunday, but on Monday is when I'm doing the Facebook Live. I will have a link to my Facebook page. So go to my Facebook page. I usually do the lives at, 7 o'clock Central Time. So check that out. I am going to be doing a card reading just to give you an idea of what I do and how it works. And you can check that out. And then if you like what you see, you can book a reading with me. I hope that you guys have a fabulous day. As always, if you like this podcast, please share it with others so that they might also receive the healing that they need from the messages. And leave me reviews and feedback. I love hearing from you. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I'm sending you massive love and light. Take care. Namaste.